Hear ye, O humanity, whispers echo from the forgotten pages of history. Were they better, or the people of Tubba and those before them? We destroyed them because they were wrongdoers. Surah Ad-Dukhan, verse 37. Deep within the annals of history, beneath the dusty veil of time, lies a nation whose very name has faded into near oblivion. A mysterious whisper echoes through the verses of the Holy Quran. The people of Tubba. Who were these shadows? When did they live? And what dark secrets plunged them into history's relentless vortex? Imagine a time when the prophet's light had not yet dawned on the horizon, when the misty curtain of time was just beginning to part. In this era, the mighty king of Tubba was a believer privy to an unbelievable secret. He left behind a letter whose lines were woven with an indescribable enigma. What was written in this letter that, when the prophet touched it with his blessed hands, even the flow of time seemed to shift? But his people, that arrogant, that stubborn people, they refused to believe and knowingly marched towards one of the most terrifying ends in history. In this video, we embark on a daring journey into the secret-laden world of the people of Tubba. We unveil their rise, their glory, and their inevitable downfall in all its details. Prepare yourselves, for this is not just a history lesson, but also a cautionary arrow piercing the heart of humanity. Mystical music swells. If you too enjoy getting lost in the mysterious corridors of history, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and turn on notifications to be instantly informed about our new content, because the curtain is now rising and the whispers from the depths of history are the very truth. Now let's journey beyond time to the fertile lands of South Arabia. Here, a mighty civilization flourished, its roots extending to one of the most ancient civilizations of the Arabian Peninsula, the people of Tubba, belonging to the Himyarite kingdom. This kingdom ruled the southern part of the geography we know today as Yemen. The word Tubba was actually a royal title. Their rulers were called Tubba. This title symbolized power, justice, and absolute authority. These kings were not only political leaders, but also the spiritual guides of their people. The Himyarite kings bore this glorious title with great honor, and many believed they ruled by divine authority. The people of Tubba rose like a sun during the most brilliant period of the Himyarite kingdom. Their lands were located right in the heart of vital trade routes, especially the spice route and the Silk Road, which brought immense wealth to the region. Agriculture and trade gained incredible momentum. Wheat, date palms, and vineyards flourished, while at the same time, precious metals were extracted and processed. The lands of Tubba became one of the most important trade centers of the time, as mentioned in the Holy Quran. The people of Tubba had established a veritable garden of paradise in the fertile lands of South Arabia, the lifeblood of trade. The unimaginable wealth they acquired from their trade networks quickly transformed into political and military power. Their armies were among the strongest of the time, and the surrounding tribes groaned under their iron fist. The Tubba kings were not only warrior leaders but also far-sighted strategists. Thanks to their diplomacy and control over trade routes, their influence stretched across continents. Their capital, Zafar, in present-day Yemen, was a city surrounded by massive walls, seemingly sprung from legends. Zafar was home to magnificent palaces, splendid temples, and colorful, bustling markets. With these features, Zafar was one of the most dazzling cities of its time. The kings invested in vast irrigation systems, expanding agricultural lands, and ensured the security of trade routes, elevating the prosperity of their people to its peak. However, over time, their religious beliefs began to sink into darkness, leading them to a terrible perversion. It was at this very point that divine warnings began to echo from the heavens. The story of the people of Tubba is a chilling example of how wealth and power can blind a person. So how did this magnificent civilization vanish in an instant? How did divine justice manifest itself before them? The people of Noah, Ad, Thamud, the companions of the wood, and the people of Tubba, they all denied the messengers, so my threat was justified. Surah Qaf, verses 12-14. The religious beliefs of the people of Tubba were initially based on the oneness of Allah. They believed in and worshipped only Allah as the creator of the heavens and the earth. However, over time, this pure faith was replaced by idolatry, superstitions, and corrupt rituals. The incredible wealth and prosperity they gained from the trade routes made them arrogant and fond of worldly pleasures. They strayed away from divine guidance. Initially, the Tubba kings ruled justly, trying to keep their people on the path of Allah's oneness. But as time passed, they came under the influence of neighboring tribes filled with idolatry and superstitions. This dangerous influence gradually led the people of Tubba to abandon monotheism. They built magnificent temples and offered sacrifices in the name of those lifeless idols. Historians note that although the people of Tubba were initially part of the Himyarite kingdom, which advocated monotheism, idolatry had already become widespread in the region. King Tubba Asad Abu Karib made great efforts to stop this dangerous trend. He invited Jewish scholars to his country, listened to their wise counsel, and called his people back to the belief in one God. He addressed his people saying, "O my people, Allah is one, and He has no partners. I call you to abandon these lifeless idols and superstitions. Believe in Him so that He may encompass you with His mercy and protect you from a terrible destruction." Initially, some people accepted his sincere call, but most refused to abandon their idols. They believed that those lifeless statues protected them and brought them prosperity and abundance. Despite this stubborn resistance, King Tubba Asad remained steadfast in his faith and continued to warn his people to return to the belief in one God.